Welcome to the Parenting Brief. I'm your host, Jessica Stewart-Gonzalez, an Arizona working mom and chief of the Office of Children's Health at the Arizona Department of Health Services. From pregnancy to parenthood, we've got your back with the parenting guidance and advice every parent needs. Thanks for tuning in to the Parenting Brief. Today, we're talking about what it looks like to co-parent when you have an infant. Parenting is a challenge on its own, but trying to co-parent with someone that doesn't live in your home can be complex. But we're here to confirm co-parenting an infant can be done. Today, we'll talk about what it looks like from a legal standpoint. With us today is Billie Tarascio, an Arizona family law attorney and founder of Modern Law. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Jessica. I'm happy to be here.
Are there any defaults to custody in Arizona? Anything like automatic 50-50 parenting time or anything regarding decisions?
Generally speaking, the culture here in Arizona in family courts is a presumption of equal parenting time and joint legal decision making. But that is not a statutory presumption or legal presumption. That's a cultural presumption.
So then what does the term joint custody mean? Is that different from 50-50 parenting time?
Yeah, that's a great question. So in Arizona, I think in 2013, the legislature did away with the term custody. So we use custody in the vernacular, but legally here in Arizona, we have decision-making and we have parenting time. And they're two different concepts. We have decision-making, which is who makes the major decisions regarding health and religion and education and personal care versus parenting time. And during parenting time, every parent gets to make whatever decisions they want to within that parenting time.
Is there a specific age a child should be before they have overnights with both parents?
Family court used to have this doctrine for many, many, many years where young children were presumed to be better off with the mother. That is gone. And it does not matter what the age is. Now, having been a mother who had 4 children, it's insane. It's insane to think about being separated from an infant, from a newborn, forcibly for a period of time in the name of father's rights. But you do need to be aware that it doesn't matter if you're breastfeeding. It doesn't matter if your baby is a certain age. There is a possibility that the court will order overnight parenting time for a baby and a father. So it's incredibly important that you try to work with the father of your baby, and fathers, that you work with the mother of your baby to come up with something that actually works for your family, and don't hand this over to the court.
When you're developing a parenting agreement, is there any guidance as to how much time an infant should spend with each parent?
I think generally speaking, the younger the child, the less period of time it should be away from either parent. So you might be doing it every other day when you have an infant. And then maybe you would change that when the baby was 1 or 18 months old. And then maybe when they were 2, you might go to something called a 2-2-3. A 2-2-3 is where, think about this on a 2-week rotating schedule. So in the first week, mom would have Monday, Tuesday, dad would have Wednesday, Thursday, and mom would have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then in the next week, that would change, where dad has Monday, Tuesday, mom has Wednesday, Thursday, and dad has the weekend. So we don't prefer that for school-age children because the days of the week are constantly flopping, which is confusing. So a 5-2-2-5 is that same schedule, but the Monday, Tuesdays are fixed and the Wednesday, Thursdays are fixed.
What do you say to those who want to establish a parenting plan that doesn't go through the courts?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. This is how families operate when you're married. There's no reason it can't be how families operate when you're unmarried. So there is a little bit of risk involved because you don't have anything enforceable. So if somebody changes their mind, at that point, you're going to have to go to court to get something established.
If parents have a written agreement that isn't filed with the court, can they minimize the risk of one person backing out? Would notarization or other forms of mutual agreement provide protections against someone saying, I no longer agree?
So if somebody decides they don't want to follow that agreement anymore, what happens? The other parent could call the police and say, this is supposed to be my parenting time. Look at our notarized agreement. Now, whether or not the police will get involved in that, I can't tell you. One officer might not. But if this is your deal, you've written down your deal, you've signed your deal, somebody changes their mind, and now we have to file in family court. We have this evidence of what you two agreed to and your history of practicing that agreement, then it would be on the other party to show why that agreement was no longer in the child's best interest. Because you can always change a parenting plan if it is no longer serving the best interest of the child.
Are there any helpful legal resources and support options out there for parents who are looking for guidance on co-parenting arrangements for infants?
I think there's quite a bit out there. If you look at model parenting plans, many states have them, many counties have them. Arizona doesn't have any requirement that anyone use a model parenting plan, but it'll give you a lot of things to think about. And usually model parenting plans are created in conjunction with child welfare and child development experts, plus the legal side. So I would definitely recommend you check those out and then join a support group, talk to other parents who have been through what you're going through right now, and they may be 3, 5, 7 years out. They're going to have so much wisdom for you.
You can find more resources in the episode show notes. Tap the follow button to get a notification when our next episode goes live. Please share this episode with your community, especially if you know a couple navigating the world of co-parenting an infant. Until next time, this is Jessica. You've got this.